Welcome. My name is Thomas LEDFORD, aka Taxman88, and I'm here to share this video conversation about record-keeping requirements for self-employed and small business owners and why that's important. So basically, to help you understand that, I'm going to share my story as it relates to me getting started and as it relates to record-keeping requirements and how the moving pieces inside your business are important. They all come together as one to help you build a solid foundation for running successful, profitable, sustainable business for yourself. It's the big picture goal you want to be able to put in place when it comes to starting your business. And sometimes we all don't have that option because we all start at different points in our lives when it comes to starting our business. And a lot of that is based on emotional, mental, and financial places in our lives where when it comes to starting a business, where we stand at that moment. So when it comes to starting a business, for me, back in 1995, I took an income tax course, and through that process, I realized I enjoyed preparing individual income taxes for people. I enjoyed helping people in general, and so I saw then how working one season would be in a business that would be a career choice for me, that if I took care of it, it would take care of me. And so that's when I was exposed to the fact that tax preparation would become my business model eventually. At that time, I worked one season, and due to a drinking problem, I wasn't able to continue like I wanted. So in 1999, I got clean and sober. In 2001, I came back to the industry in January, and I've been here ever since. So when it comes to getting started, a lot of times, if we want to start a business, it won't be perfect because there's no such thing as perfect. And if we're trying to get perfect before we start, we won't ever start. So we a lot of times start where we have to, based on our overall situation. And so when it came to me starting my own tax preparation business, I worked for a tax company for 6 years. In that sixth season, I ended up already having my tax preparation credentials set up. And so I was a full-fledged tax service at that point, working for another tax service. And so when things didn't work out like I wanted them to do, then this was the top opportunity for me to promote myself and the tax preparation business I had already set up for myself. Because I had already knew back in 95 that the career and business I wanted would be tax preparation. So I had prepared myself while I was working for a company to get myself ready to learn knowledge, skills, become confident in my abilities, and build some type of clientele before I decided to launch my own business. And so in that sixth season, it came full circle where I started to promote myself to people who knew of me and to my warm market. And so I generated $40,000 in my first season. And I have to tell you up front, all results are not typical. The average person won't generate $40,000 inside their tax preparation business in their first season. They just won't. And so I have to state that just to let you know that income claims are followed by disclaimers. And so that's a verbal disclaimer to let you know that the average person won't make $40,000 inside their tax preparation business. So I have a mentorship and coaching program where I specialize in helping individuals start their own tax preparation business. And I can't tell you if they're going to make $40,000 now in their first season or not. It's all based on how well they learn the information, how well they carry out the instructions that I give them, and how well they show up inside their business to get the results they say they want to have. And that's going to be the key to that. So when it comes to record-keeping requirements, the record-keeping requirements are mandatory for all businesses. And so what record-keeping helps you to do when it comes to your business, it helps you to monitor the progress of your business. So that's one of the benefits of record-keeping requirements. Another benefit of record-keeping requirements is to prepare financial statements. So that's another benefit of record-keeping requirements. Another thing, it helps keep track of the sources of income. It also helps keep track of deductible expenses. It also helps keep track of the basis inside your property if you own the property. And it helps you prepare a tax return and support items reported on your tax return is important to record-keeping requirements that you want to have in place for your business. And so as a result of that, you know what I'm saying, you definitely want to have record-keeping requirements protocol put in place. So when I first got started, out of faith, I had a couple of people working with me, along with an administrative assistant who took care of all the behind-the-scenes work that needed to be done. So when it came to my record-keeping requirements, she took care of that for me because out of working 12 to 16 hours a week, 16 hours a day, 6 days a week, I couldn't do that. And so someone had to make that happen. So I hired an administrative assistant who took care of that part of it. She took care of all the behind the scenes work. She took care of everything I needed to have in place as far as compliance and licensing and insurance and all those different things. She took care of that for me because I didn't have the time to make it happen. So I had to hire someone who could take care of all the behind the scenes work, which included record keeping requirements. And so that was very, very important to have. The problem that I faced during the downtime of the year, meaning when the business got slow and we started to let people go because we had no income to support hiring people, having people on payroll, and then when I was just basically left in the office on my own, the problem was the record keeping requirements and the different things she had in place. I done a terrible job of maintaining that, and so that was on me. And so you don't want to be in a situation where you got somebody that you hired to put in place different aspects of the business and what it needs to have, but you can't maintain it because for whatever reason you don't. And so after, like I said, as time got slow, after March or April, things started to get really slow. I didn't have enough clientele to keep people on full time and year round. Then it was left to me to make sure everything that I paid for her to do that she had put in place, that I was able to maintain it. And so I didn't maintain it the way I should, and that hurt the business. And so when it comes to record keeping requirements, there's no way to monitor your business if you don't have record keeping requirement protocol in place. And so that's why it's so important to make sure you have that done and to make sure you got someone on the team who's going to handle that year round, because you know in you that you're not going to be able to do it efficiently. So you want to have someone whose main job and main purpose is to make sure the record keeping requirements are put in place and maintained. So when it comes to end of the season and you're getting ready to do your taxes for the business and you looking over certain aspects of the business, you got clear cut documentation that shows why that you have all these different things inside your business on your tax return. So these things help support your tax deductions. And so if you get audited, if your records are tight and you got the appropriate expenses that go with the appropriate business model that you're working in, and you're able to validate why you took these expenses, then it's a good chance you'll be able to keep those expenses. So that's really important. So when it comes to me in my business and me mentorship and coaching and helping and assisting people to start their own tax return business, we cover all aspects of what it takes to operate a business on the front end as well as the back end. And so when it comes to record keeping requirements, they have information that I give them that they take and hopefully put somewhere inside of a binder that they can keep up with. That's going to help break down all the different categories inside your business that you need to have in place and have monitored and maintained. That's going to help the business. And so it's a game changer once you start to have employees. And so it got to the point where, like I said, I started out with a couple of employees, but as time went on, we grew to like 12 employees. And so the more employees you have, the more you must be on top of the record keeping requirements, especially with the payroll aspect. The payroll aspect is really important because that's a big piece of your income that's being deducted from payroll taxes. And so that's a burden for people who have a small business to meet the payroll taxes obligation. So that's why a lot of people will give you a 1099 miscellaneous form and not take out any taxes, because to meet the burden of payroll, one, they don't want to be bothered with, and two, may not have enough income generated inside their business to even meet those obligations. And so those are the things small businesses face when it comes to record keeping requirements and decide to pay out W-2 versus 1099 miscellaneous. It's one of those catchy situations that's going on in the marketplace right now. Example of that is Uber and Lyft. Are they considered independent contractors or employees? And so in California, they were deemed to be employees and not independent contractors. So nationwide, where all Ubers and Lyfts are operating a business from, if they deemed to be employees all over, then that's going to be a game changer on the success and failure of Uber Lyft businesses, because the payroll taxes on that will be in the millions. And that's one of the reasons why they don't want to be considered employees, because the money they will have to pay out in payroll taxes, which means they'll have to go up on their prices as far as you being able to get a Lyft or Uber ride. And so those situations are related to record keeping. And so record keeping is vital. So if you have to switch over from 1099 miscellaneous to strictly W-2s now, then that's a whole other level of record keeping that Uber and Lyft don't want to be responsible for. And then, like I said, it's going to change the game for the price point that users will have to pay to even get a ride. And so those are some of the issues that you have to be familiar with and understand. And that's why record keeping is so important to have in place and maintain. So if you looking to start your own tax preparation business, my mentorship and coaching program has closed down today, and the only people I can work with going forward are people who already got their tax preparation credentials set up. You got your EFIN already approved or pending. You have your business credentials already done. You have your business account. You got everything in place already to be able to do business for the upcoming tax season. Are the only people I can really do business with, unless you decide to join my tax preparation partnership program, which is at $999, and it's went up because the special I just had ended today. And so if you're looking to still be able to operate your own tax preparation business, you still want to be able to make money inside this industry, but you don't have your credentials done at all, you can work under my infrastructure. You work under what I'm doing as far as using my software, my tools, and my resources to help you to start your own business, working virtually with clients all over the nation. It's important. So if you're looking to do that, and you know you don't have your credentials done at all, and it's a good chance we won't be able to get them done and ready for the tax season, you can still reach out to me. Let's talk, let's connect. Because, see, my partnership program goes under a special situation where I got to approve you to be a partner of mine. And so we had to do a Zoom call where we meet each other face to face, and we get a feel for one another. I ask you a series of questions. You ask me what other questions you need to ask, and after it's all said and done, I'll make a decision within 24 hours later if you were a good fit for me. Did I get a good vibe from the conversation we had as far as being partners in my partnership program? And if I deem that you were, and you deem that you feel comfortable with me, then we would get together and take the next steps, which means you would make a payment. We would be sending you an invoice, and then from there we'll get busy for our training that you may need and get you ready for the upcoming tax season, which starts in January 2021. So those are the things that's going on right now inside my business for my mentorship and coaching program. When it comes to my video training courses for Drake and my Tax Prep Office, those are still available for people who plan on using Drake or my Tax Prep Office for the upcoming season, or just got through using them for this season but still not comfortable and still haven't learned all they need to learn for maneuvering through these two softwares. Those are some options as well. And on top of that, I'm looking for some other tax preparation software options for you guys who might not have the income, the money needed to purchase Drake or my Tax Prep Office, because Drake is definitely high end. My Tax Prep Office is middle of the road, and so I'm looking for some other options other than those two for my clients and potential clients who are looking to start their own tax preparation business. So reach out to me with my contact information inside my video. Click on my link, join my email list so you can receive 20% off all my products and services going forward, which doesn't include any special promotions that I'm doing right now, but all future products and services that are coming out, you will get a notification first before it go public, along with a discount to go with it. You'll be kept updated on all the things happening inside the industry as it relates to your individual situation. So those are some of the reasons why you want to join my email list, so you can be connected and stay current on what's happening in the industry, especially if you're looking to make a career out of it like I have over the last 19 years, last 13 as a business owner. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you in my next video.